Hello, Flat Earth researchers, debaters and debunkers, and especially Flat Earth deniers. All your little arguments about the ball Earth are ridiculous when you think about it. And we've been given these heroes. I mean, look at, for example, how Einstein, we're made to think that no one on this earth could be cleverer than Einstein, the smartest, most genius guy in the world, ever, in history, and of course, so this institutionalized adoration for some guy who was paid to spend time coming up with mathematical equations that could make things fit the ball Earth theory. It's like the other symbolism that we see everywhere, like the symbol of the globe, this kind of Einstein caricature is just omnipresent in literature, in school books, in kids' science and all that stuff. Just everywhere. He's the man. He's the man that tells us, and is so oft repeated by globeheads, that everything's moving, but you can't feel it. And it's so funny that the dead giveaway with you guys about all you deniers is that there is no compromise with you guys. I mean, just like the Michelson-Morley experiment or Airy's failure that did not detect any movement of the Earth or the aether, you deniers will just, instead of being scientific about the results and concluding that, we have 2 or 3 possibilities that we need to now investigate further to find out whether there is an aether, whether it moves or whether we're moving, etc., etc. These experiments, they are only conclusive in the globe head's mind to solidify the globe, and not the globe, but Einstein's relativity, that we're moving but you can't feel it. Bullshit. And then if gravity comes along, very briefly before I get to my main point, the buoyancy is only conceived mathematically as a force, whereas it's simply nothing more than density. Like the Dead Sea is more dense and you can float in it easier because it's got more salt in it, so it's denser. There's nothing to do with any buoyant force pulling you up or pushing you up, opposing gravity. It's really, and so that's the immediate. You see that gravity is, Newtonian gravity is based on the supposed and assumed mass of the Earth, which has to be a certain mass in order to fit the equation that goes on about weight, because of how fast it falls through the air. The medium of air is translated into a force, okay, a downward force. It's an acceleration, whatever. But the whole assumption is that this gravity is based on the mass of the entire Earth. So when you go and do equations to justify the opposing buoyant force, of course you have to have if you've got one force going down, then you also have to have this buoyant force to justify the theory. But as we know, water density is what makes a difference to what floats in it and how deep it is. So the Newtonian gravity is based on the entire mass of the Earth, while the buoyant force is based on what? The entire mass of the water on the Earth, creating a buoyant force? And what's the difference between a lake and an ocean in that case, apart from the salinity of the water making it denser and all the other minerals within it? So I'd like to suggest that in fact water is everything. Everything's in water. I mean, if you could extract the minerals from water and turn them into ingots of whatever, you know, lead or unobtainium or something, whatever minerals, I think seawater probably has pretty much all the minerals that make up the Earth and life. And of course we know that water has intelligence, and it also resonates with good and bad vibes. So obviously our mood, water's mood, and we are made mostly of water, can be affected by those vibes that we receive, or the ones that we give out, intentionally or otherwise. Anyway, main point was going to be, I can't remember now, gone off on one a bit there, but just, yeah, it does come down to hiding God, because flat Earth, when you start realizing that flat Earth is a very real possibility, or that we are not on a spinning ball that gives us an atheist outlook on life just being a cosmic accident, instead we are faced all of a sudden with the very, very scary, frightening prospect that we are responsible for our individual actions, thoughts and deeds. It's very, very scary indeed. Thank you very much.